If I felt invisible at work, I wouldn't try to speak up more or promote myself better. I'd do something that is easy to skip entirely. Typically, when someone decides they need to be more visible, they start volunteering for projects, sharing updates, speaking up in meetings, but sometimes nothing much changes, or worse, they become known as the person who talks a lot, but nobody quite remembers what about. And it's not because the effort was wrong, but it's because the direction was wrong. You can become the most visible person in your organization, and it still won't move your career if you're visible for something that your leadership doesn't actually care about. So, the first thing to do is take a priority pulse. Figure out what your organization actually values right now. Look at who's getting praised and what they're being praised for. Look at what is getting budget approved without a fight. Look at which meetings your boss never skips. That issue is where the real weight is sitting. And here are three things that you can do to build your cognitive association to that issue. Basically, when leadership thinks about this priority, your name should start coming up. One is leading with the issue wherever possible, anytime you communicate. Emails, updates, when you speak in a meeting, open with a sentence that connects your work to the thing that leadership already cares about. A simple line like, well, since we're quite focused on reducing churn right now, I wanted to flag something that I found in the data. When you do that consistently, your name starts getting mentally filed under the problem that already has weight in the room. The second thing is volunteering for the small unsolved problem that's sitting inside that main priority. Not the whole initiative, not the big glamorous project, but the friction point that nobody has claimed yet. Every priority has one, and the person who quietly takes ownership of it becomes associated with the key issue without having to fight for a seat at the table. And the third thing is being the person who follows up. After a meeting where the priority is discussed, send a short message following up on the conversation about X. Here's something that I think is relevant. Most people leave meetings and move on, but the person who comes back to this is the person that leadership starts looping in because you've shown that you're already thinking about the thing that really matters to them. The beautiful thing about this is it's not self-promotion, it's service. You're aligning yourself with the problem that your organization most needs to solve. And visibility becomes the natural consequence of being genuinely useful to the thing that matters.